Parents we talked to say they've called the Capitol asking for help dealing with the Department of Human Services. Now that the governor's name is on top of a 90-page lawsuit, they hope the state will listen. The lawsuit caught DHS's ear.
Well, it's not what we wanted to see, but what we have to do is if they file a federal lawsuit, we'll have to respond to it.
A report.
Inside this shelter, the lawsuit says a child was burned in a bathtub.
About that lawsuit caught parents' ears, so they called the station to share their story. Those phone calls end up in my voicemail.
Britton Follett, you have one new message.
Message after message filled with stories.
I always would like to talk to you about this DHS thing.
From frustrated parents like this mother.
My kids are going through therapy right now for the things that have happened to them while they were in DHS custody. And when I get my kids back now, they're totally different kids. I don't even know them anymore. Things have happened to my kids that should have never happened while they were in foster care.
You do not see many of these stories on the news because Oklahoma law says child custody records are confidential. We cannot check up on the parents' stories, even if they say their child is being abused in foster care. And DHS cannot explain why the children were taken out of their homes in the first place.
When you have almost 12,000 kids in state custody because they were brought into state custody because of abuse and neglect, and you have not the sufficient workforce to do what you need to do, that can happen.
Children's Rights, a group from New York, filed the lawsuit on behalf of 9 children. It says were beaten or neglected in Oklahoma's foster care system, but says there are many more.
These are horrific stories. They are the tip of the iceberg. Or, as I say, they're the tip of the iceberg.
A lawyer for Children's Rights estimates it got 300 phone calls from Oklahomans before the lawsuit.
Thank you for calling Children's Rights.
And more than 300 since. This mother says she'll make 301.
Somebody needs to help the children. Somebody needs to help them. Because if not, we're going to have a lot more kids that are going to die in the system.
The group from New York has filed the paperwork to make this a class action lawsuit, which would mean all of the children in state custody would be added to the list. Reporting live, Britton Follett, Fox 25 News.
All right, thank you.